Nebraska, the official radio station of the Winnebago Tribe.
Microphone check, 1, 2, what is this? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to 100.9 FM. This is the Big Voice Radio, the official radio station of the Winnebago Tribe in Nebraska. It is Wednesday. It is 5 o'clock. And we are live at 5. This is the Big Voice Sports Talk Show. I say this is the baddest sports talk show on all the rest around. So this here is your host, Coach Q. I'm right here alongside my brother, B Love, is in the house.
What's going on, everybody? How's it going tonight?
All right, man. We got a fun show in store for you tonight. Just to kind of start off, today we're going to talk about a little bit about Pee Wee football. Here in Winnebago, I know that Omaha Nation also has a Pee Wee football squad. I saw some posts today, so I think Nate and Grant hit me up, inbox me, let me know kind of how your boys are doing. Maybe I'll do a spotlight on them sometime this season. But our Pee Wee football were in action this past weekend, so we're going to talk about it. And did they win? Did they lose? You're gonna have to find out by listening to the show. So that's what we're gonna give. We got we got a coach and one of the representatives from the Boys and Girls Club stopping up here a little bit later to join our show and fill us in on all the Pee Wee football info. Mm-hmm. And apparently it was a pretty good games. A couple of good games this past weekend. We got to play in the rain, bro.
Oh, nice.
Bro, you remember playing football and playing those rain games?
Yeah.
Man, those are some of the funnest football games you can ever play in.
So, you think back now, our age now, you wouldn't even think about trying to run around in the rain, just walking outside and slipping and break a knee or something, or a hip or something. But
or need to call for a ride or an umbrella or something.
Mm-hmm. Back in the day, they were fun. When you're a young thoroughbred, they were good. Where was it at? Was it?
I believe it was down in Cedar Bluffs.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, I remember hearing that now too.
We will talk about that
a
little bit later on the show. One of the coaches, Duran, is going to be here, and he's going to fill us in on all that. Okay. But I do remember playing at Cedar Bluffs one time.
Man, I got a story for everybody when that time comes.
When that time comes, I got a story too.
It's probably the same one.
Well, hey, man, we're going to be talking about Pee Wee football. Also, Mr. Denton Porter from the Boys and Girls Club is going to be up here. He's going to fill us in on a little bit of information from the Boys and Girls Club, kind of to piggyback off to Pee Wee football. And I believe that they might be talking a little bit about some fundraising efforts that are going to be coming up, and stuff to keep your eyes out for. So cool. I can't wait for the second half of the show. But the first half of the show, we're gonna talk a little bit about local sports. What our football team's up to. Last week, our football team had a bye, and so we're gonna go ahead and give you guys an update on the upcoming events for our varsity football. Winnebago volleyball is in full effect. That they were just in action last night
in Ponca, I believe.
In Ponca.
Yep.
So we'll pull up the school's website and we'll make sure and get some pictures from that. And then cross country been very busy as well. One of my boys runs cross country, and they've been running about twice a week. I think they just ran over in Wayne on Monday. And they are going to be going to what I believe, especially for my boy, is their home course tomorrow in Pender.
Oh, okay.
At the Twin Creeks Golf Course.
When you say your boy, which one you referring to?
Rakeem.
Rock too?
Yeah, Rakeem. Rock's off for football, and Rakeem's running cross country. So, Rakeem's been golfing over there all summer, so he's excited to run that course.
So he knows where the gopher holes are.
Exactly. No, but that's going to be something that we're going to talk about as well. And then we're going to get into just, I know you're probably might be crying a little bit, bro, but we're going to talk a little bit about the Husker game, and just kind of give a little update and kind of debriefing on that game, and I guess how we feel and how we expect the rest of the season to go.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
So we're going to try to get into that, and we have a whole hour, man. So, but what I wanted to do before we even get into the show, I wanted to give some early shout-outs, because there's a lot of individuals that have been doing stuff in the last week that's not on our topic list for the week. So we'll just give a couple shout outs, man. I guess the first shout out I want to give is
To Garen back there, he just now sneezed.
Oh, you heard that?
I don't know if you guys heard that, but that was a good one back there,
Sound
Garen.
like you had a microphone back
You
there.
better wipe your screen off.
Somebody get the disinfectant back there. Hey, so my very first shout out for this week is gonna go to Diami Berridge. I believe, man, he got a conference runner of the week.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I think Beth's going to be finding that little graphic right here for you viewers out there. But our very own Diami Berridge, he's going to Haskell. It's early in his first semester. True freshman down here.
I believe it was only his second race.
Yeah.
Was it? I believe
he got
10th and then 8th this last time. I
10th
believe.
place last week.
And then
8th place
I think
this week.
Yeah. Yep.
And their conference that they're in, Haskell Indian Nation Runners.
Yes, that's good stuff.
CAC Cross Country Award.
Jumanji, there he is right there, y'all.
Those viewers out there, there's some visuals of Diami running in his cross country meet right there with his Haskell purple and gold.
He looks good. He looks good in purple and gold.
He does.
And as long as it ain't LA Lakers and Nino Menez is a LeBron fan, as long as we ain't bringing up the Lakers.
Ding, 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 ding. It is only 5:10. And Buff already brought up Nino Menez's name.
I bring up LeBron's name, man.
Here we go. But congratulations, Diami. There's a number of posts out there already, not just from his family, but also from the school and the conference out there. So Diami's out there representing, y'all.
Good job, Chooch. That's my nephew, by the way, y'all. That's our nephew.
Woohoo. Hey, so you got a shout out?
Well, again, I'll give a quick shout out to what we were talking about earlier with the other nephews, the Windsor boys.
The Windsor boys.
They're doing they're both going into their senior year for playing college basketball. So they're down there at Peru State representing. There's a picture right there of the boys. Looks like, right there they are. The goat and cap. That's what we call those guys.
Yeah, those of you who are not familiar with the Windsor boys, you have to have been. But those of you that are new to the program, if you go in and Google 2015 state basketball tournament, you'll find those boys in there all over the place.
A lot of highlights too.
Yeah.
David's a YouTube star from back in the day. You guys go and check it out.
That was before TikTok.
Yeah. I look like them boys was losing weight. Once we got to cook for them down there or something. Or hit the weights.
Yeah, they were back for the summer. Well, Dave was back for the summer, but his mom's at bingo all the time, so no one there to cook for him. So anyway,
Dave, come by my house, man. I'll throw you a steak on.
Yeah,
Matthew, come on.
Get you bulked up a little bit. Yeah, but hey, so congratulations, you boys, and also, the other athletes down there. These are just the ones that we kind of got off of Facebook, what they're doing this week and stuff like that. So, sit down right there, just a second one. Yeah. Okay, and then I want to give my next shout out to this young man. His name is KJ Miller from the Omaha Reds, man. Can you read that part there, though?
It says, Cheyenne, Arapahoe, Potawatomi, Omaha, and the U18 men's national fast pitch softball team who clinched the 2023 WBSC Pan American Championship gold medal to 6-1 victory over Venezuela. The win qualifies Team USA for the WBSC World Cup.
Let's go, man.
Congratulations, my man.
Yeah, congratulations to KJ Miller. This young man right here is the same young man that this past women's softball season in NCAA, he actually helped out the women's team from Oklahoma who won it. And he, because he's a pitcher, and he was pitching to the girls, and he wasn't taking it easy on them. So they had a real good pitcher.
He's pitching overhand to him or underhand?
No, underhand. Fast pitch, underhand.
He pitches underhand fast pitch? Wow, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he was teaching the girls down there. He was practicing them out, and they gave him props down there during the seasons too.
He related to Ty Miller and the boys?
Yeah.
Okay, because I remember seeing one of Pilar Ty's post about their daughter down there watching the Sooners play, and then he was hanging with him.
Yeah, that's
okay.
That's the one there. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right, I see you.
Yeah, shout out, man.
Good job. Good job.
Congratulations, right there. That was my next shout out. So,
That's crazy. I didn't know it was underhand, man. That's crazy.
So we'll go to the next shout out that I have. I think you might. Oh, right over there. Yeah, right there. So this next shout out I have goes to one of our neighboring tribes here up north, the Santee Warriors up there, Santee Sioux Warriors. My shout out goes to this young man right here. It looks like he placed 5th in his cross country meet. Placing in the top 10 in the cross country meet is huge because there's so many runners.
Yep.
You're running like 90 to 120 runners at the same time, and so just coming in the top 10 is huge. So my next shout out goes to Mr. Callan Saul. Mr. Callan Saul. Congratulations, young man.
Well, he's all tatted up. Was he in high school?
Okay, now I have a short story about that.
Oh.
So Callan is the when they went to the state tournament last year, he's a sophomore that got hot on the threes. He had like 4 threes in a row.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And so then there was I don't know, these side bets going on or something like that up in the Santee, this tattoo parlor up north. Said, all right, out of all the Santee boys, whoever is the leading scorer out of the state tournament, you get a free tattoo.
Wow.
All right, whoever's the leading this and the leading that, you get a free tattoo.
Wow.
He got 3 of those things.
Wow.
So he got 3 free tattoos.
Well, I see 2 of them, so
Yeah.
if I don't want to know where the other one's at.
Callan, don't tell him. But yeah, shout out to Callan Saul. Good job up there running for the Santee Warriors.
Congrats.
Yeah, bro, I always say, man, like natives, man, we should be dominating the sport of cross country and track, you know?
Yep.
We should be, really, you know?
Yeah.
Every one of the tribes have that runner DNA in them. You know, it's just crazy. And you got to, for the basketball teams that I coach, I tell them all the time, hey, we're meant to run. We're supposed to run, you know?
Yep.
We're in the way we play.
Exactly.
Because we're supposed to run. So anyway, it's God's gift, you know?
Yep.
Okay, so then this brings me to the next one down here. Not only one of these individuals is showing out in cross country, but the Santee Sioux football squad up there, the varsity football squad. They played a game, and I think they lost that game by about 19 points or something like that, but they put 40 points up on the board.
Jeez.
And my shout out goes to a true freshman up there. Apparently they had him sitting for the beginning part of the game, and they finally put him in, and he went out there and caught 104 yards of receiving as a freshman, scored 2 touchdowns and an extra point. And also threw for a touchdown. So
he threw for one too. Wow.
So
this kid right here? Which kid?
Number 1, his name's Akeisha Starlin. Akeisha Starlin, yeah. And shout out to that young man for putting up those kind of numbers as a freshman. You know,
that's good.
So number 1.
Nice.
Yeah, he looks like a football player.
He does.
Yeah.
The next picture over too, I thought that was him. The other way past. No, other way. No, not that guy.
This guy here.
That guy right there. I thought that's what he was giving. This guy's ready to go right here. Yeah, he's ready to go. Yeah.
No, so yeah, so shout out to Akeisha. Good job, young man. Keep it going. Keep it going. All right, so then the next one down right there, shout out to the Lady Chiefs from Omaha Nation volleyball squad. What I was reading off the website, that they went 4-1 on their first 5 meetings, and I said something on the last couple of episodes too about trying to follow these girls because they have 2 tall girls, man. I think they're like 6'2" or 6'3", and they're twin sisters.
That's probably one right there.
Oh yeah, and they're twin sisters, and they were good as freshmen. So I just want to see how much better they got as sophomores, and continue on following these young ladies and their team. Follow them for the next couple of years. So
cool.
We'll keep on coming back to them too.
Good job, girls.
Yeah, shout out to you girls. And then next one, just gonna keep that flowing. Another shout out to the Omaha Nation Chiefs football team. Looks like they played against Crow Creek their past game this past weekend, and they come out with the dub.
Nice.
I've been reaching out to a couple of the coaches trying to find out who the stat leaders are and stuff like that. But it is early in the season, so it's kind of hard to tell sometimes if you have a solid team.
Yep.
So we'll also be following these young men as the season goes along.
Cool.
So, shout out to all you young men. These are some nice pictures too. And then one thing about Omaha Nation is that they have a beautiful football field. Mm-hmm. They have a beautiful football field. It's turf and it's brand new. They got a real good track that surrounds and stuff like that. They do have minimal seating though, because they only have bleachers on one side. Oh, yeah. But I think that's probably something in the works that they're going to be getting more bleachers on the other side over there.
Yeah, it's always been like that though. The visiting team was always on the other side. It was kind of small bleachers and stuff. Yeah. But yeah.
Well, remember back in the day at our games, we would have a lot of people that weren't even in the stands. They would be parked on the outside. Yeah. Everybody's cheap trying to get in. Don't want to pay that admission fee, so you just park your vehicle where you can see the game.
Down there and up here.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say both places, probably,
Yeah. So all those trees grew out up here on the hill now, so they can't see it.
Save all those bleacher cities for the guests. You guys ain't cheating. No, I'm just playing, everybody. That's just me.
He's not playing.
I know. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and were we on football still?
We're doing shout-outs. Yeah, gonna give one to one of our bros up.
Okay, you go, bro.
All right. What they got? What's up on the computer right now? We have one of the boys that we played basketball with growing up when we were young. There's a nice little write-up that he put in. They had that big old tournament. What was it? Bismarck United Tribes Powwow tournament. It's been going on for years, and he's been playing up there for, he said, like 34 years, and he's actually playing with his son and his daughter. And he, my boy Gino Buck, Rich Buck, he got inducted to their Hall of Fame up there, and so did his team with Sioux Nation. Yeah. There's a picture right there of his daughter and his son. Big Rich, congrats on your inductee.
Yes. Yeah, congratulations, Rich. Hey, go back a couple. I'm gonna show you this picture. The picture where he's with his daughter right there, named Tisha. Go back somewhere. Wrong way. Oh, I think that's Tisha right there. Anyway, his daughter Tisha Buck is all-time three-point leader at the University of New Mexico.
Yep. So she played Division I basketball. She played 3 years. 3 years with where'd she go?
Was it Green Bay?
Green Bay, like the Phoenix or something they're called, or Firebird or Phoenix or something like that. But yeah, she played there, and then she went down to Mexico and just 1 year, I think.
1 year and lit it up.
Yeah, she did really good. Then his boy, big baseball player when he was in high school, and I think he went to college, a couple small colleges somewhere. And I even thought I think pros was looking at him one time too, but I don't think that. I mean, obviously that didn't pan out, but I think he's a daddy now, and Rich right there in the middle. He's a grandpa with the rest of us, so still out there doing his thing.
Yes,
big boy,
indeed, man.
big
yes,
boy.
Indeed. We met Rich Buck. We met Rich Buck playing against him in a championship game up in the 1900 tournament out of Minneapolis, down at the Indian Center, man. Those used to be some fun tournaments back then.
Rich and his brother Tuffy and little brother Willie. Yeah. Those guys all played. Of course, we slapped him up a little bit, and then we ended up had to pick him up because he was a big fella. We wasn't used to that around here. Yeah. So he traveled around with us back in the day. So, and after that, I played the circuit with them for years on my traveling team out of Minneapolis with Big Butch.
Shout out to Butch.
Yeah. Okay. Congratulations, Rich.
Well, congratulations.
Well deserving, bud.
Yeah, so I say congratulations, and so does B-Love to all the shout-outs we just now gave. Those are just some extra ones that we've been talking about, man. People that have been, stepping up and doing some good stuff in the sports that they love throughout this past week. So congratulations, everybody. So hey, one of our guests just now showed up, Mr. Den Porter. Say hello, Den.
What's up? I'm back.
Oh, say it one more time. Say it one more time.
Hello?
There you go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, wow. Thank you for having me back, guys.
Yeah. Yes, bad slipping today. Her fingernails getting in the way.
Yeah. So we're just gonna talk a little bit about local sports stuff that's been going on this past week, and then Coach Duran's supposed to be here pretty soon too. So as soon as he gets here, we'll get into talking a little bit about the Boys and Girls Club, what's going on with the Boys and Girls Club, fundraising efforts upcoming, anything that the listeners need to know about new sports or anything like that. Then you can give us a little rundown of that before we get into talking about football with the coach.
Yep.
Okay.
So as for the Boys and Girls Club, we just started our ASB programming for the Littles and Pathways. And so our Littles consist of kindergarten through 3rd grade, and then our Pathways is 4th through 8th grade. With that, we've had a bunch of programming go on with both those groups. I've been in kind of charge of the Pathway group, and that's the 4th and 8th grade. We do a lot of culture stuff, a lot of STEM work. So STEM work is just science, technology, engineering, and math. We've had a group from UNL come and do some STEM with us as well. And then we have our own staff programming some required curriculum that goes through the Boys and Girls Club. As for fundraising and stuff, we just had our golf outing. That was a major success.
That was good.
I felt like we hosted a pretty good golf tournament, had a good showing. Everyone that had a hand in that golf tournament, again, we want to personally thank everybody that came out and golfed and donated, and we hope we can continue that annually and just keep building on what we've been doing there.
Do you remember your winners for that?
Our winners for that was Team Earth. That was first place, and that consisted of Charlie Earth, Anagu, Sam Prue, and I can't remember the last guy's name.
Tommy.
Yep. Second place was, I believe, can't think off the top of my head.
Vegas?
I think it was Vegas team. Damon Perrin and those guys?
Yep, them. And then third place was, it was Corey and them's team.
Aaron.
Yep.
I think that there was a whole chunk. Farms,
Yep.
We got a little flag because we didn't mention it last time. We talked about it, but then we didn't mention the winner, so we got a little flag back. So we just figured that we'd go ahead and announce them today. So congratulations to the winners, y'all.
Yep.
Yes, indeed.
And then our next big fundraiser that we have coming up, we had an anonymous donor drop off a Pendleton, a really nice Pendleton, and you can show it on the Facebook page.
Yeah,
Star quote.
Yeah, Star
There it is right
There you go.
Wow. Who did that?
It is very nice.
It looks like it's satin, and it looks like it's Nebraska Cornhuskers, mostly black, but with a lot of red and white and some gray in the middle. That is a beautiful blanket right there, guys.
That black's probably for the black shirts.
Yes, sir.
They've been playing good the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's the only thing we got going for us. But no, for details on that, we're trying to get a PayPal set up. We're going to have the raffle start tomorrow. We're going to go one ticket for $5 and then 6 for $20. We're planning, we're still in the works, trying to raffle it off during the homecoming game.
Oh, yeah.
So that's
which is on, the homecoming game is on
the 29th.
29th. Yes.
And then our next big project, just kind of like the golf tournament did, is a gala. We just started talking about that today, started planning for that in February. So just be on the lookout for that. That's for fundraising and programming through the club. That's what we have going on right now. And we just started this new website. It's still kind of new, and it's still got a lot of adjustments to be made, but it's up there, and we're getting it all figured out still.
It looks good.
Yep.
Looks good. Hey, so since we're on the subject of fundraising, I just want to throw this out there too. I know that there's a really good way that we can make a lot of money for the club on one weekend, and I don't know how much. I'm thinking, maybe about 10 to 15 grand on running a youth tournament. Here in Winnebago, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 gyms, 5 good indoor courts here in Winnebago. And if we can partner with the school in St. Aug's and Rolling Thunder, and we use those gyms for a weekend, we can have one big tournament, and we can make a lot of money during that time. Using staff and some volunteers that would help run the tournament, it could be a big thing. So if you guys are interested, just get a hold of me, and I'll come down and I'll sit down with you guys and lay it all out there on a piece of paper for y'all, and even help you guys if you guys need it.
Yep. Yeah, because we did the golf tournament, we kind of opened our eyes to we could do a lot of stuff in the community and still make quite a bit of money. And of course, all those proceeds went to the kids. We did have kind of AC issues at the club, so it kind of went on to that. But everything is going towards the kids, so it's always going towards a good cause.
Good. That's great, man. That's great. I mean, I actually was on the board of the Boys and Girls Club for a while, so I know that one of the main things and one of the huge things that they talk about at the board level is fundraising, fundraising. And so I know you guys are just now starting it off, but man, after a success like that golf tournament, hey, you guys just keep on dreaming big, because you dream big and then you try to meet that expectation. If you don't meet that, at least you kind of got as far as you could, But always dream big. Don't dream small down here. Dream big.
Yep.
Okay.
You should think before it gets too cold out. Think about trying to have another one. Everybody nowadays golf is it. Everybody does it. You guys should maybe try to plan on doing another one. They hit you guys the sponsors up again. They might throw another club at you guys or stuff like that.
Especially at the end of a golf season. Mm-hmm. All the golfers, they're trying to get as much as they can before it gets too cold. Because once it gets cold, man, when it's done until the next season, unless you hit the simulators or something,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we could probably run another one back if we really wanted to. Mm-hmm. Like I said, the possibilities are endless, and the basketball tournament sounds like a great idea.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be a good one, man. So y'all just keep your ears out for anything happening at the Boys and Girls Club, especially these fundraisers. I mean, you guys also, Pee Wee football, I know that there's you guys have a full schedule. We just now had a game in Cedar Bluffs, and we'll let Coach Blackfish, when he gets here, talk about the games. But as for fundraising during the games, you guys are holding concessions during home games?
Yes,
you guys planning on doing that?
Yes, we are. And I believe the game schedule is on our Facebook page. But this upcoming weekend, Sunday, we are hosting Wisdom Pilger at 2 p.m. Not sure what time the gates will be open, but it will be open probably an hour beforehand. But yeah, for concession stands, we will be doing the raffle. So if you don't want to miss on the raffle for the Star Quilt, it'll be there. And then we will be selling walking tacos, candy, drinks, all your necessities that you need to watch a football game.
Mm-hmm. Glizzies? Hey, yeah. I got a good fundraising thing for you guys for these football games. You can just throw it in the mix too. You remember when we did Uncle Mark's tournament? Remember, like at halftime of every game, we had a 50-50. Mm-hmm. So like, if you guys from that same spot, you guys have some of your workers or youth go around and sell 50-50 tickets during the game. Mm-hmm. Those will sell. And 50-50 always sells. It's just like it's basically like just gambling at the.
Is there one game or two games throughout the day?
There's two. So we have two divisions: our 3rd and 4th grade, and then our 5th and 6th grade. Oh, okay. 5th and 6th grade is coached by Duran, and then the 3rd and 4th is coached by Keithan.
Okay. So to piggyback off Quincy's little idea there about that 50-50, you guys can probably do that through the first game, do that for the first half of the second game, and then at the end of the third quarter, you can draw your winner. So then you kind of keep the crowd there, keep them involved, so they can. So that you'll raise a couple bucks. Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's just if you want your kids to go through and start selling them with some tickets, and then do one winner, and you get half of it right there.
Yeah, and that's the big thing is we want people to come out and support the youth, especially when they are playing in town.
Sure.
The more people to show up. I mean, the youth really would play harder, I believe. And it just draws more attention, makes the kids try harder.
Good. Yeah.
Hey, Beth, are we set up for live streaming any of the Pee Wee games yet?
We're working on it.
We're working on it? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I said this in the last couple episodes too. If any of you listeners out there are part of a program, or you have connections to some small business or big business, what have you, if you guys would like to hear the live stream, we are open to sponsorship. You just got to get a hold of the production staff up there with Bethany and work that out, because we would love to go to these games and do the live stream, because we're going to be at the games anyway, and we'd love to bring it to you right to your phones or your radios or your TVs. Yeah. So just if you're interested, man, just give Bethany a call up here at the Big Voice Radio.
She's always here.
She's always here, ready to go. So I'm not sure if Duran is gonna be here, but we can get into this Pee Wee football then. So did you make the game of the day?
No, I didn't.
Game of the day?
No, I didn't get a chance to go down.
So I know that Duran's been coaching. He's got a few parents that are volunteering, helping him and everything like that. sounds like they have a pretty good squad.
Yep.
And then like you said, Keith and Walker is coaching the little guys, the 3rd and 4th graders. I know his boys on there. And I believe Evan Decora and a couple other parents are also helping out with those guys too. So like right now, I just want to give those guys a shout out for all the time they're putting in. Every time I cruise around in Winnebago around 5 o'clock or something like that field down there is full of youngsters down there, and I just hear them putting in work. So so this past Sunday, the boys traveled down to Cedar Bluffs, Nebraska. Cedar Bluffs is just down maybe about 10 minutes south and then west of Fremont.
Fremont, yep.
And it's a pretty small town. We both played down there a couple times before, and it's pretty crazy playing football down there.
Is it time to share that story?
Let's get into it. We're waiting for Duran. Go ahead.
Okay. So back in the day, Quince might, if I sounded wrong, this is kind of what I remember. So we were playing. It was cold as heck up. That's a couple of those guys. Their quarterback was really good, running his mouth. And this was back in '89. I think it was my senior year, your junior year. Was it back
the way around?
Was it?
So I was sophomore year.
Okay, so my junior year, Quince sophomore year. So it's been a while. Quince actually was pretty good. Good running back. He's always running for his life, so he's ran extra fast. So when we were playing down there, their quarterback just running his mouth. Pretty good though. And I don't know what happened. He ran the ball up the middle, did something. We all kind of gang tackled him, a bunch of us in there. Quince was the first one in there. Quince hit him low, landed on top of him, somehow got on top of him, and while they were unpiling, and Quince reached down and grabbed. The kids don't try this. This is back in the day when you could play like that. Nowadays, you guys are all bubble wrapped. But anyway, Quince reaches in, grabs a bunch of grass and dirt off of the field and just shoves it in that kid's face mask and started rubbing his face with that stuff. And it was cold and the kid's snotty nose, and Quince just did it and then jumped in and ran away and ran behind me, of course.
Now you know who's lying.
But yeah, no, it was somehow. I don't know if that was the same story you can try to bring up or not.
No, my story would be.
My fault.
We were there at homecoming, their homecoming, and they had a old bombed out car sitting out by their football field, and they had I think it was a dollar a hit with a mallet or a big old sledgehammer. Remember that?
Yeah.
But you remember what it said on that car? It said, "Scalp the Indians."
Oh,
remember that? Oh my gosh! And some of that stuff happens today, but man, that was back in, like Buff said, when he was a senior back in 1960, 1989 or something like that.
Back when Quince was in high school, rainbows was black and white.
Buff was wearing a leather helmet.
No face mask.
Face mask. Yeah, but anyway, Cedar Bluffs. That was a fun game to go down to. I'm trying to stall for Grant.
Hey, I'm gonna read something off here.
Go ahead and read that.
Okay, so Matt Grant, he's coming in here off our live feed. He said that's awesome. It must have been about we were talking about the track and field or cross country, but he says it would be cool if the high school hosted a cross country meet. It would be cool, but where would we do that? That would be.
Right now, I don't think there is a spot to do that. I don't think so. I mean, they're running on golf courses right now.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's all grass, they're not running on concrete too much.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, if they would do it, if someone would just go mow down a ditch or something down by the river or something, down by Big Bro Hollow, and
just so you know, next week I'm going to get Aaron LaPointe and Anthony Earth on here, and they're going to be talking about the progress that they're making right now with this upcoming idea of a golf course here in Winnebago.
Yeah.
Now that would be the spot.
Yeah,
that would be the spot to do a cross country meet out there.
So until then,
we're going to work on it. We're going to work on it, Mr. Grant there.
Yeah, Mr. Grant, we're probably just going to be running around in circles on that multi-million-dollar track instead.
Yes, the track season it'll be interesting too. So, so anyway, so the 3rd and 4th grade boys was the first game that they played down in Cedar Bluffs, and the way that it sounded, the way that it looked, I saw saw Keithan's boy on a video scoring a touchdown, and they won the game against the third grade Cedar Bluffs team, which was real good. I know that Coach Huge and also Coach Keithan wanted to be here to talk about the game. Apparently the fall ball thing started out there at the Land of Wellness tonight, so they're kind of busy running that thing out there.
Well, I can talk about maybe a little bit, just to fill in some time.
Yeah, let's do it.
The third and fourth grade team consists of about 28 kids. So I mean, that is a lot
of kids.
That's a lot of kids. And we kind of ran into some struggles with equipment, jerseys and stuff. So we had to like makeshift all this stuff, get jerseys ordered, get helmets ordered, shoulder pads, because you got kids that are really big at that age, and you got real small kids at that age, and so you have to like make do with some stuff. No, Keithan's doing a really good job with that group. The final score of their game was 36-6. And then from what he said, they had about 4 touchdowns called back. It would have been another 20 points added on.
Yeah.
As for Duran and them's group, they have about, I want to say, about 20 kids. So it's... there he is.
There's Duran right there. I'm just getting ready to Snapchat Mags and say, where in the heck's this guy at? Let him up or cook for him or something.
Oh, yeah. In the house. We got Coach Duran Blackfish here.
He might be in awe with this microphone and headphones, or he might go back to his old his old rapping days.
He said a microphone here. Watch him start trying to rhyme here. Trying to rhyme football lyrics. So anyway, were you done?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, okay, so Coach Duran is here now. Perfect timing, because we just got done talking about, Ben told us a little bit about the third and fourth grade football contest that we had this past week. Told us a little bit about how we won the game, and we're kind of moving right into the fifth and sixth grade, so perfect timing for you to stop in and just kind of give us a little rundown of the game. Did we win?
Yeah, we won. It was 44-21.
44-21.
Yeah, we let our secondary kind of stay in for like, I want to say, maybe 2 quarters almost.
Yeah.
The second string, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for the defense. And
That's good. So who's your guys' quarterback?
Danon.
Your boy?
Yeah.
Your boy Dan?
Yeah.
All right. And so then how about the running backs?
We got Kitch,
Ooh.
Christian,
Chris?
Yep, and then we got Braxton, Marcus.
Man. Those guys are all ball players. They're all basketball players too, man. Every one of those boys, man.
Yeah.
I know those guys. So, then how about your linemen?
We got Lenny as a tight end, and the other tight end is Dakari.
Oh yeah.
And then the beef up front is Traven
Oh yeah.
and Randy.
Yeah.
Randy's good.
And little Drew.
Little Drew?
The center.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool, man. Hey,
Yeah.
I know all those boys, man. I got to see all those guys play basketball last year, like in one division or another, man. It's good that they can all pull together with football too,
Yeah.
man. It's great, man. So yeah, tell us how the game went, man. Like early in the game, what kind of what was like how like in boxing you get that gut shot? What happened in the beginning of the game to like show Winnebago's dominance?
We just handed it off to Brax, and Brax took off down the sideline, and it was like maybe a 65-yard run.
Jeez.
And we just kept doing that, trying to score fast.
Score fast.
Yeah, trying to have an up-tempo offense, and because we don't really have that. And, it's all mostly option, toss, sweeps, nothing really up the gut. It's really, spreading out. Yeah, spreading out the defense. Yeah, using the speed and spreading out the defense.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, it sounds like the line's doing a decent job too, because even to get to the outside and get out there quick, you gotta be able to hold your blockers down right off the bat too. So that sounds good. So how about the defense? How was the defense? Like, was there some pretty good stops? Maybe they caused some turnovers, interceptions, anything like
We
that?
had interceptions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Kitch had one. Danon had one. and Brax had one.
Oh, nice.
Kitch had a one-handed grab.
Oh, really? Highlight? Highlight? Oh, man. If anybody got that on video, man, send it up here. We'll put it on.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Nice. That's good, man. That's good. And so then, so you guys took command of the game, got the win. So how did the boys feel? How was the energy and stuff like that after the game?
They felt really good, and you know, we talked afterwards what our mistakes were, and you know, like we're trying to get that secondary up to par for, you know, to start even, so that way we don't have to use the main guys to go over there too on the defensive side. So
might even kind of be cool to kind of throw a couple of those the younger ones, the real young ones, in with that starting lineup a couple times just to kind of get them.
That's usually what I'm thinking this time from what I've seen from the last game.
Good.
So this coming weekend, this coming Sunday, right? Yeah, we got our very first home game. And who's coming to town? Wisner's coming to town. So
to our swamp.
The red swamp. The muddy river. So I'm excited. I'll make sure and be there to that game and watch them, and that's gonna be a good one, man. So
when is that one? When is it?
On Sunday.
Okay.
Sunday. 3rd and 4th grade starts first at about what?
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
And then the 5th and 6th grade will follow immediately after that game.
Okay.
And then Wisner kind of beat up on Omaha Nation. It was 48-zip.
Oh, 48-zip.
Yeah.
In the first week.
Yeah. Kind of giving me a
help model.
I was telling Buff that I know that Omaha Nation's got a team in because I didn't see them on the schedule, but I saw that their team was like issuing some more equipment out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think Nate Grant is one of their coaches.
Yeah.
And so anyway, but yeah, that's pretty exciting, man.
Go get them.
And
then Pender beat Wakefield 40-zip.
Pender beat Wakefield 40-zip.
Yep. And then Tri-State beat Windside 63-zip.
Jeez. Wow.
And they got some of the Homer boys on there.
Which team?
Yeah.
Which team?
Tri-State.
Yeah. I see.
And those guys are all on your schedule too?
Yeah. Yep. And then Wakefield has some Homer players too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Homer don't have a team this year.
I'm sure they have kids that want to play that.
Yeah, they're co-oping.
That's cool. And that is cool for them to do that, you know. And I hear a lot of times too, like, you know, kids from Omaha Hill or Omaha Nation, some come up here to play sports because there's nothing going on in that age group down there, so they try to come to the closest spot to where they can play. And hey, that's fine, man. You know, let's get more people to play.
And they got good athletes too. They can come.
I was gonna say every once in a while we'll luck out and they'll end up staying here. So it's all good. You know. So then, who do you guys play? Wisner this weekend, and then who you guys got next week? I think that schedule's up there. So you guys' next couple games, I believe they're home games. So
I want to say Wakefield.
Wakefield game.
I want to say Wakefield.
So,
yeah, that is Wakefield.
So does the Boys and Girls Club plan on like feeding after the home games?
We've this past weekend we tried getting a meal for them. We just couldn't decide like how our rides were gonna work, but we do want to plan on feeding either before or after, or maybe even during when they're done playing, that they just get a meal.
Because one of the things that we did the last couple of years when my boys were in junior high is we kind of had a tailgate, but it was just like for the players. And so then after the games would come over, and all the Winnebago players would come over, and the opponent's team would come over, and we'd just feed all the football players, you know. It was just something like that, just to, you know, kind of show our appreciation as parents, you know, and try to give back. But I'll just kind of, you know, like Boys and Girls Club, I know like they like to get into the tailgate scene and all this kind of stuff like that, so that's why I was kind of wondering if we get some tailgates set up. I know for that last game, we should have a big old tailgate for that last home game, though, for real.
Yeah, yep.
So anyway, how about one of the things I want to talk about the Pee Wee football is Tell us about how practice goes. I mean, I'm not trying to say like tell us what drills you guys do, but tell us like the energy and like the attitudes that you guys got from this PB practice.
Yesterday it didn't go very good, so we had to do some running, you know, and then we had to do some hitting because they were acting scared to hit, and so we just had to coach them up a little bit, and hopefully it's better practice today. And,
Yeah.
you know.
Yep.
Do they keep interest on through all practice, or do you get them kind of moping around and start messing around and teasing around and doing other stuff?
Well, most of the time we're running plays, just trying to execute them plays, because that's what it's going to take on the field, you know. Because most of the time it's just like hitting, but we're trying to execute these plays over and over and over to get them in their head.
Yeah.
And then so like when I'm on the field, I just have to raise 3 fingers, and they already know what plays to run, you know. So I'm trying to get them into that, so I don't have to really get down and, you know, oh, we're gonna do this.
Draw out rocks and stuff.
Yeah. So just trying to.
How many plays you got, like, on your playbook? I mean, how many plays you guys got? I mean, because at that age, obviously, you can't be nailing them with 30 different plays, and, you know, maybe you guys can, but, you know, I mean, just like how many plays, because you got to do a select few and get them used to that and calling them in the huddle and stuff like that. So, how many do you guys have? I mean, top of your head.
I want to say about 10, 11.
Okay.
That's
Maybe
that's a
more.
good amount. That is a good amount for that age, so for real.
Just get them to learn those real good, and the line, learn their blocking assignments, and those can go far.
And basically the sweeps, you really don't need to like call out the holes or
Yeah, you just gotta sweep.
sweep, go around. So it's kind of more simplified too.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, it makes it easier on, you know, the quarterback, you know, everybody.
Yeah.
You guys got any trick plays yet?
We're just gonna, I'm just talking about going over that too.
Risky now, because you know every PB team's got to have some kind of trick play, man, some kind of double pass or quarterback pass or something like that.
Yeah.
Man, with Kitchi and those guys in the backfield, you guys got that right there. You guys have about 3 passers. Three guys that can loft the ball up there.
Then if they're tricky, like they play basketball, then they should kind of fall right into play.
Like a option pass and reverse maybe. You know, just try to mix it up. Try to confuse the other side.
You don't have to do it all the time.
Yeah.
Just throw it in there like one every quarter or one every half or something like that.
Yeah,
Just
especially if
mix it
they're
up.
blitzing or something, you know.
Yeah, especially after a timeout when they think they're, oh yeah, I know what play they're gonna run.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you don't.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one.
So, well, we got some plays that once you do it, then it sets it up for another one.
Yep.
And then so we try to, you know, keep that going.
Yeah.
But we got 2 plays that couldn't be stopped, so.
Run them until they're stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not broken, don't fix it.
That's right.
Exactly. That's all the coaches say, man. So, then I guess my last question that I have for the day about the Pee Wee football season is, what do you want the boys to get out of this football season? I mean, I already know that most coaches want to make sure that the boys get their share of wins, so they can feel that feeling of, you know, being a winner.
Being a winner, yeah.
You know, but at the same time, what else do you want them to get out of it?
Just how to carry themselves, and, you know, that'll follow them through high school, through, you know, being an adult and everything, you know, how to, what would you say, just be respectful.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. And that's exactly why coaches are in the positions that they are, is not only just to teach the kids about the rules of the game, or you know, drive them to the game, make sure they, you know, write their names in the books, make sure that, you know, everything's situated. You know, coaches, you know, every coach got a huge responsibility for these young women, these young men, and it sounds like the PE football program is kind of right on that same thing that, you know, that a lot of these coaches are doing. They're trying to teach them about the sport, obviously. They're trying to teach them about hard work, obviously, because, you know, we're trying to push these kids to be the best that they can. We'll get some wins, but, you know, wins aren't always important. It's about learning, you know. It's about learning, because those wins are only important when you get to, you know, the high school level at the state tournament. That's when, in the conference tournament, that's where the wins mean something. the rest of the games need to be learning. And so hopefully, these boys are learning, and just make sure and keep on reminding them, hey, you guys are learning this for a reason. You're learning this for a reason, because next year you might not be their coach. They're gonna have to listen to their next coach.
Yeah.
And he's gonna have to say things for a reason too. So you guys just keep it up, man. Keep it up. One of the biggest football is like always on point, man. It is, and it's like that because of individuals like yourself, Keith, like in the past, I know a lot of PE coaches, Marcel, a couple years back, everything like that. Dedicate your time to these young men, and they respond to you guys good. So you guys just keep it up. That's all I'm gonna say. Just encourage them to keep them going, because one of these boys, like your nephew Destin, he's up playing college football now.
Yep.
One of these boys is gonna go out and follow his lead and go and play some college football too. And then what it does? It makes us feel real good, inside. Like, hey, I remember that kid. He played for me one time, and look at him now. So just keep it up. Just keep it up.
Good job.
And then we're at the point of the show where we give out our athlete of the week. And we have 4 of us today, and so we're going to give out 4 athlete of the weeks, okay? And so I'll go ahead and start off while you guys go and think yours, okay? I'm going to give my athlete of the week this week to this young man who, we talked about him a little bit today. They won their football game this past Sunday, and not only is he the quarterback, but he's also plays on defense and got an interception. He's a 2-way player for the PE Football League, the 5th and 6th grade, and he's here with us today, Mr. Dan Blackfish. So Dan's here today, so I can get him his player of the week medal and get his picture and everything like that. So be love.
Okay, well, I can't give it to Nebraska's quarterback, so I'm just going to go ahead and go all out here, and I'm going to give mine to the whole Nebraska defense. I know I ain't going to get no picture, I know I probably ain't going to be able to send one down, but that's who I'm going to pick, because our boys been playing pretty good, and I think they just ran out of gas last week.
Yep, because they're actually leading the conference, right?
Leading the nation.
The nation.
In sacks.
Let's go, Huskers, come on.
Yep, so black shirts, baby.
All right, good selection. All right, Duran?
I just don't got one.
Okay.
I got my whole backfield and the guys that got it done for us.
Okay.
So I can just say one.
5th and 6th grade team?
Yep.
All right. Duran's picking the 5th and 6th grade Pee Wee football squad for his athlete of the week. Good job. All right, Mr. Porter.
I don't know if you consider these guys athletes or not, but my coaches right here, Duran Blackfish and Keith and Carnes, save me a lot of time, make the job easy, and I know you guys don't get appreciated sometimes like you should for doing the time, volunteer work. We appreciate you. Just keep doing what you're doing, because I know it's tough. I've been a coach, and sometimes you don't get the praise. You only get the I don't know what you would call it, the ridicule, I guess. Not doing enough, not doing too much, but that's my athlete of the week.
All right, good job. Good selections, man. Good selections. Well, congratulations to all of the athlete of the weeks that have been said today. We're going to try to get medals out. I don't know, Buff, you want to maybe send one down to UNL sometime? Send it down with Toby, he'll take it down here.
Oh yeah, there we go. Just go throw that. Any big guy down there. There might be a football player. Here you go.
Yeah. Any big giant guy that looks sad.
Sad or mad?
Sad or mad. Hey, so I do want to say thank you to Mr. Porter for showing up and also sharing the information you did about upcoming stuff going on with the Boys and Girls Club.
Of course.
Filling us in about the 3rd and 4th grade football, the PE football game the other day, and then also for your selection for the athlete of the week. And then also Coach Blackfish say thank you to you, not only for showing up today and sharing with us about this past week, but those countless hours that you put in with the youth, football season, basketball season, softball season. I see you out there all the time with your boys. I look at you, I see a young me. That's I used to do that stuff with my older boys all the time.
Yep.
So I really appreciate all the work that you're doing, and then all the helpers that you have down there too, helping out those young men. Because
that's why I want to give a shout out to.
Okay, go give a shout out to them.
To Carlos and Randy and Duran Jr. They all come out and help it out and make it easy on me. Sometimes I can't make it because I got work that I got to do. I got to stay late, and so they step up and kind of help out a little bit.
Yeah, man.
That makes it good.
What about Keith and South? Who does he all have?
I think he has Kenny Walker, Evan Nicora.
Evan, yeah, I heard his name.
And what's his name? That other Walker kid.
Brandon help him out.
Yeah.
Oh man, hey, so coaches, man, big shout out from the Big Voice Sports Talk Show. Say just keep it up, man. Your guys' work out there is not being overlooked. So congratulations to the winners. I say thank you to each and every one of you who tuned in on the radio, on Facebook, and on YouTube today. We are 100.9 FM. This is the Big Voice Sports Talk Show. You're listening to the Big Voice Radio. And this is the official radio station of the Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska. We will see you guys next week where we're going to talk a little bit about the golf course. Hopefully it's going to be going up in Winnebago in the next couple of years. All right, good night, everybody.
Peace.